The following takes place between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. Events occur in real time. Okay, perhaps we should skip forward just a bit when I'm not slobbering in my sleep, dreaming about dancing kittens. Ha, much better. That's me. My name? Special Agent Jack Bow Wow. I work for a top secret organization called Q-Tip. Q-Tip stands for Questionable Training in Progress. Q-Tip is the training ground for some of the world's most powerful secret agents. I am a high-level supervisor who specializes in training young agents. Now, I've been told that we have a brand new group of recruits right here inside Q-Tip headquarters. Oh, what? You think this is a men's restroom? Wait till you see inside. Looks like nobody's here. Well, I was told by my boss that there was going to be a brand new group of recruits right here, and they were ready to start their training. I wonder where they could be. Oh, I think I might be getting a message about that right now. Let me read it. Your fuzzy kitten pajama pants are in the dryer. Love, Grandma. Oh, wrong message. I'm sorry, let me get to the right one. Oh, here we go. Well, it looks like headquarters says that you are my new recruits. Very well. I think I should probably catch you up as to what's been going on. Lately, we have been fighting against Q-Tip's arch nemesis. His name, Dr. Fullawax. Dr. Fullawax is a special kind of evil and a special kind of crazy. He's been trying to shut down Q-Tip's training program for years. We even hear that he recently stole a copy of our secret code book and is planning to use it against us. That's why we are wasting no time. Speaking of time, we've been doing a lot of studying of time lately. Oh, not just any time. Oh, no. We've been studying the last 24 hours of Jesus' life here on earth. You see, Jesus was God's son who left heaven and came to save the world from their sins. Jesus taught some amazing lessons in the last 24 hours of his life on earth. And over the next few times that we get together, you're going to learn some of those important lessons. Today's lesson is all about serving others. You see, Jesus was a powerful leader, but he also served others. He wants us to learn how to serve others as well. So today, you new recruits are going to go through several training exercises to help you understand how to serve others. I hope you're ready. Now, I may need to contact you throughout the day, so you just keep your satellite tuned into this frequency. I'll break in when necessary. Well, time is of the essence, so I'm going to let you get into your training right now. Until next time, this is Special Agent Jack Bow Wow. I love that. Signing off.
Did he just say something about secret agents?
I don't see why he would.
No, we're at church. They don't have secret agents at church.
Yes, almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What, excuse me?
Yes, you did beautifully. Success.
Okay, what did I do?
You did exactly what you were supposed to do. According to my calculations, you were supposed to say, "Excuse me," at precisely February 31st at 3:08 a.m. And you did, and you were right on time.
Okay, but I like to breathe. So
I love it when things are on time.
Okay, but please, I need to...
That's exactly what Abraham Lincoln said when his grandmother knitted him a sweater, and it was too tight. 407 years ago, this sweater was too tight and itchy.
Wait, how could you possibly know what Abraham Lincoln said?
Forgive me, I should explain. Theodora Takalopoulos is my name, and I know what Abe said because I was there, for I am a time traveler.
I'm sorry. There is no such thing as time travel. No.
That's exactly what Albert Einstein said before I taught him how to do the funky chicken. E = MC squared. Woo! I blew his mind.
No, I'm sorry. Wait, what was your name again? I'm sorry.
Theodora Takalopoulos, but you can just call me TikTok. Everybody else does. Woo! TikTok.
That's so cool. This is perfect because we're actually starting a really important lesson today that's all about time.
Of course, I love time. There are 86 26,400 seconds in a day. I'm a time traveler, remember? You're starting a series called 24, and today you're talking about God's upside down kingdom.
Okay, little Miss Time Traveler, if you already know what's gonna happen, then what am I gonna say next?
You're going to say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pickle juice.
No, pickle juice?
See, you said it.
No! Listen, I was gonna say that a big part of being in God's kingdom is serving other people.
Exactly. You must be a servant like Jesus. He was the Son of God, yet he was able to humble himself. He didn't go around acting like he was better than everybody else.
That's so true. It's easy to brag about yourself and act like you're better than everyone else, but Jesus calls us to put others before ourselves and think of others first.
I knew you were going to say that. Put others first. Yes, I said that just in time.
For what?
I've got a hair appointment with Cleopatra in exactly 2,000 years. I gotta get going.
Listen, this is absolutely ridiculous. Do not believe her. If you're a time traveler, then where's your spaceship? Where's your time traveling machine?
I couldn't possibly tell you that, but I'll give you a clue. It involves a bubble machine and a goat.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Who says it has to? I'll see you later. Woo! I'm TikTok and I'm out of here. See ya.
In this series, we are learning from the last 24 hours of Jesus' life. He went through a lot during that 24 hours, and it all started in the upper room of a house in Jerusalem. Jesus had gathered all of the 12 disciples to this room in order to have a meal with them. This meal was part of the feast of the Passover, but it's often called the Last Supper because it's the last time Jesus had a meal with his disciples. After the meal was over, the disciples and Jesus began to move away from the table and relax. While the disciples talked, they noticed Jesus get up, take off his outer robe, and wrap himself in a towel, and then grab a bowl of water. The disciples weren't sure what Jesus was planning to do, but they were very curious. Suddenly, Jesus began to kneel down and wash the feet of his disciples. Now, there's something that you need to understand. In Jesus' time, the act of washing someone else's feet was usually something that just a servant did. Because in those days, people wore sandals everywhere they went. There weren't concrete or paved roads, and everything was dusty and dirty, and that meant everybody's feet were gross. Often, when people entered a house, a servant who worked for the owner of the house would wash your feet, and that way the dirt from everybody's feet wouldn't get all over the place. When Jesus got to the disciple named Peter, he said something. Peter said, "Master, you will never wash my feet." He felt like Jesus was doing something that he shouldn't do. After all, Jesus was really important, right? He was the Son of God. He shouldn't be doing a servant's job. But Jesus insisted that he was supposed to wash Peter's feet. And so finally, Peter let him. After he had finished washing the feet of every disciple, Jesus stood and taught something very important. He said, "Follow this example. Do for others as I have done for you." And he went on to teach that everybody who wants to be the greatest in the kingdom of God should take on the role of a servant. If you really want to be a leader, you have to learn how to serve others and put them ahead of yourself. That kind of sounds like an upside down way of thinking about the world, but that's exactly what we're going to learn about today. That's how God and how Jesus taught about their kingdom.
Hello, children. I'm sure I need no introduction. But for those of you who have the audacity to not know who I am, I will provide my known identity. Yes, I am the notorious villain, Dr. Full of Wax. Dr. Always Full of Wax. And this is my friend, Mr. Cuddles. Hi, Mr. Cuddles, say hi. And my nemesis is the world's known do-gooder, Agent Jack Bow Wow, and his secret agency, Q-Tip. But little does Bow Wow know, I have obtained a copy of his secret code book known as the Bible. The Bible. Okay, Dave, when we talked about this at lunch, when I snapped my fingers, you're supposed to put the book in my hand. Remember? I bought you a smoothie so that you would remember. Okay, let's try it again. I'll give you another chance because we forgive, don't we, Mr. Cuddles? We forgive. Not always, though. All right, I have obtained a copy of his secret code book known as the Bible. And I will use this Bible to discover their secrets and put an end to Q-Tip forever. So this week's secret message says this. Those who are the greatest among you should take the lowest rank, and the leader should be like a servant. Luke 22:26. Now this is an interesting message. Perhaps if I have some help saying it, then it would become more clearer to my brain. How about if the girls stand up and help me? Are you ready, girls? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Those who are the greatest among you should take the lowest rank, and the leader should be like a servant. Luke 22:26. Very good, girls. Now you can sit down. Now I need the boys to stand up to say it with me. Then maybe I can figure out what this message means. Ready, boys? On the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Those who are the greatest among you should take the lowest rank, and the leader should be like a servant. Luke 22:26. Great job. You may sit down. You know, I think I may have cracked this code, Mr. Cuddles. You see, when I hear the word greatest, I think of myself as the greatest villain of all time. But this code is suggesting that to be the greatest, one must humble themselves and put yourself last. I think I have it, but To make sure, let me have everyone stand up and say it with me. Ready, everybody? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Those who are the greatest among you should take the lowest rank, and the leader should be like a servant. Luke 22:26. Good job, everybody. You can have a seat. Well, Agent Bow Wow, looks like I cracked your code and learned something that would make me a better person. Nah, I better get back to trying to crack Q-Tip's code book, the Bible. Until next time, I'm Dr. Full of Wax, and this is Mr. Cuddles bidding you adieu, and also saying, actually, sorry, I can't hear what anybody is saying. Do we have a real Q-Tip in the house somewhere? No? Okay.
Hey guys, welcome to our series 24, the last 24 hours of Jesus' life. Today's lesson, we're going to learn about ways Jesus made his kingdom upside down from what we expected. Absolutely. Have you guys ever met somebody that you were kind of, maybe a little bit jealous of? Maybe this person is like a really fast runner. Yeah, or really strong, or they have the best twirls in their skirts, or the sparkliest folders.
Oh man, definitely.
The best artists, all kinds of
Yeah.
things.
Or maybe you kind of want to be in charge of something and that person is in charge. So sometimes it's a bummer when the teacher is in charge of class and you want to do it a certain way. Or maybe you've had a group of kids over to your house and they're playing with your stuff at your place and you want to be the boss of how things are going. Has that ever happened to you? It's normal to want to be the boss. It's normal to want to be the best at something. That's part of our human nature.
But here's the thing, when you want to be the greatest, that means that you've got to be a servant just like Jesus was.
It doesn't make sense. That's the upside down part of God's kingdom. But to be the greatest, Jesus calls us to be a servant. So the first thing that we wanted to talk to you guys about is the fact that Jesus spent most of his ministry serving other people. He didn't treat people like he was the best, or he didn't treat people like he was way, way better than him. And think about this. This is God's son. Jesus knew who he was. But instead of lording that over the people, Jesus got down right with them. And he healed them and loved them and spent time with them. In addition to being a servant like Jesus, we also need to walk humbly in our lives.
So what does humility and humbleness mean? That means that Jesus submitted himself to God's will. That means he prayed to God, he knew his scriptures, he talked to his community, and he knew what God wanted him to do, and he did it even though it was hard.
Absolutely. Another way to think about submission is to think about the idea that any decision that you make has somebody else's best interest at heart. Mm-hmm. So when Jesus was making his decisions, he was thinking about the people that God wanted to love, that God does love, and he was making those choices to serve those people. That's a way of living humbly.
And that leads into our last thing that you can do to be the greatest, and that is to think of others before thinking of yourself.
I know, that sounds kind of hard and kind of weird, but when you think about the life of Jesus or the ministry of Jesus, everywhere he went, he was putting other people's needs before his own. He healed people who were sick. He fed people who were hungry. He included people who were lonely. These were really big things. There was a lot of need around him, and he continued to pour himself out to love on the people around him. Now, this can sound exhausting, right? Like you can't always be taking care of other people. Think about the people who take care of you at home, right? Your mom, your dad, your grandma, your caregiver, whoever. There is a time when that adult looks at you and they're like, I just need a break. And Jesus took breaks too. But the reason that Jesus took a break was that he could be filled back up with energy to serve other people. Again, the point of Jesus' life was to serve others, and really that's the point of our lives too.
So how does that make this an upside down kingdom? Jesus had the power. Jesus had God with him. And he could have done anything he wanted to. Mm-hmm. He could have had a big throne. He could have lived on a mountain. He could have fed himself and taken care of himself and been rich and famous. But he didn't, because he put others before himself and he submitted to God so that he did the thing that was best for everybody, not just himself. And that's not what people expect a king to do, which is why God's kingdom is built upside down.
So this week we want you to think about Jesus, and we want you to think about the ways that he served others. And we're going to challenge you guys to try to serve others too. We'll see you next week, Kids Campers. Bye!